My name is Patricia Hall. I'm the mother of 4 boys. Well, I should say young men now. They're 16 at this point, 17, 19, and 21. So. I used to go to the station and type their minutes up and take their minutes using my short hands and type it up and stuff like that. Then I started hanging around the production room and making commercials, and then before you know it, I got a show and was on the air, and I got bit by the bug, so I still do radio today. So value in volunteering, even at a young age, you can find out something that you enjoy and like, and it can carry you through life. You know, radio has saved me sometimes when there was a time when I wasn't able to do radio further down due to circumstances, and it really just, it was like a terrible time in my life. So once you volunteer and do something that you like and that you can find that you enjoy, you'll do it whether you get paid or not. But the benefits are far more than the little time that you put in certain things. In the meantime, I got an internship working at the number 4 station in the world, KDFW-TV. At the time, was a TV station in Dallas. Not the world, but maybe in the United States. See, so I moved from an intern to actually employee of the station in the engineering department. And at the same time, I was doing radio there at a community station there. It was called KNON 90.5. So I would get off the radio at 2:30, run to work down the street a couple of blocks at 3 o'clock, you know, to do my job. So I was in Dallas, and then I met the father of my children, and you know, we got married, and I was still doing the radio and the television at the time, and ended up not doing that due to him. At that point, things started really drastically changing for me. This man I married was not exactly all that he supposed it to be, so wouldn't let me do radio anymore. When I married him, he had 4 kids already. I ended up having 4 kids for him down the line, and things just, you know, kind of changed for me. But you know, as I look at it now, if you don't go through the changes and the things that you go through, that's what helps you build your character and make you who you are. Because when things are easy, not that my childhood was easy, because it wasn't, but you build character, you know, and you still find ways that everything you go through is not just for you, it's to help somebody else. I would work at the TV station, get off, and then go to a restaurant that I was working. I worked really hard, you know, working from one job to another, sometimes 2 to 3 jobs at once, and had the kids at home. And my husband at the time was supposed to be a pastor, feeling he needed to be free to work and pray while to fast and pray while I'm out there working. So. Going through a lot of verbal, well, a lot of abuse in a lot of different ways. He kept me from trying to be who I am and do the things that I want to do. So I started writing as an expression, because I didn't have any friends. He wouldn't let me have any friends or anything. So I started writing as a way of escape to make it through. You know, I only had God and the writing pretty much. So I started writing and writing and writing, and the first time I really started, I started 4 different poems, and then the next day I got so excited I started writing more to those, and before you know, I just started having a collection of poetry. I kept on saying, man, one day I'm going to write a book, one day I'm going to put this in a book, one day I'm going to write a book. And so every time I get my income tax, I said, okay, I'm going to use this money to get the book, but bills, the kids, never could do it. And then I finally published my book in 2010. I did that at age 50. So never think that it's too late. It's never impossible. You can accomplish it. Just keep your dream, keep on tugging along, do something every day, even if it's just having it in your heart, and you can make it. You know? And I got turned down because when I filled the application, when I found out I was in bankruptcy, I couldn't apply. So I said, okay, And I was trying to clean up my credit by myself and trying to, I was renting a house. We had lived in an apartment at first, me and the kids. Then we moved to a house for 1 year. And we moved into our second house. And we were there for like 6 or 7 years before I finally moved here. And I kept on telling the kids, one day we're gonna live in a new house. I'm gonna own the house. I promise you. I promise you. And so, when I look at this, it's a dream come true. As I was meeting with one of the counselors there, it was someone who happened to be a Habitat homeowner. She was telling me about the Habitat program. And I said, no, I don't know, because, I tried that once before and they turned me down. And a lot of people think they want to ask you, or they come and ask you if you have a Habitat home, like, do you not pay anything for it? Yeah, you pay for your home, but just think of how much money you're saving by not having to pay interest. That's a blessing and a half. It really is. So at any rate, I took the application and filled it out. I was finishing up the IDA program, and at that point I started working with the Habitat program. With the IDA program, you have meetings you have to go to every week, and the same thing with the Habitat. So I think they were on different days. So it's an investment that you have to put in. Be willing to spend that time to go to those meetings is very important. And you learn, it's worth it. You learn about finances, you learn about credit, you learn about home ownership, you learn about planting a garden, you learn about maintenance in your home, all these things that are very good to know. And so they offer you many great opportunities that you would otherwise have to pay a lot of money for. So as well as ways to invest, they give information about insurance and things. So I would highly recommend Habitat to anyone. We was thinking, okay, what can we do to help children and parents bond together, but to help decorate their home, to put pride in putting something together that they can put in their home. And you're learning some arts and crafts, and also making something that you can hang on your door, and so they do things like that that are really wonderful. I'm not one to hang around people who are negative, who got a down and out, oh, woe's me attitude, because if you're like that, I don't want to be around you. So pretty much everyone I told was happy for me, especially my family, of course. My mother is not here, my sister, but they're different places, but they were always excited for me. It's the best, in my opinion, the best organization in the world. Everybody at Habitat always makes me feel welcome. I feel so, they just roll up the mat and make you feel so good when you come in there, at least my experience. Without Habitat, I would not be sitting in this beautiful home that was brand new, built from the ground up. It's an organization that if you have a chance, anyone listening to this, you have a chance to contribute, sponsor, whatever, do it, because it really helps people. Their motto of a hand up, not a hand out is really, really true. They really care about the person, they care about the family, they care about what you are doing as a whole. They have embraced me and helped me with some of my endeavors. And 2 years ago, me and my son helped out, and my son is an artist, so he made something for Bergfest, and he and I were like the Vanna Whites. We were saying, where they auctioned, and we were pointing to the things, and then the next year he contributed a picture. And so it's something that children can get involved in. You can use your skill if you have it, and just all the things they do are uplifting and positive, and it's an organization that if you can get involved, it's not one where you just give money and it's going somewhere else. It actually helps people, changes lives, and I'm blessed to be a homeowner with Habitat, and I would say if any one of you can get in here, do it. And they invest in you, they care about you, they try to help you if you have problems. I don't think I would be a homeowner right now today. I think I would still be struggling trying to make that happen had it not been for Habitat.